best on screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Now, Channel 11 News. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a mix of sun and clouds across the area, but some of you are seeing some showers out there.
Yes, with more developing this afternoon. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking rain for us in Severe Weather Center 11.
Yes, so some of us starting to see that sunshine break out, especially in Pittsburgh and points to the north and west. But then others to the south and east of the city, as you see on our visible satellites, still dealing with the clouds, and that's where we're finding the rain. Take a closer look here, and everywhere we are seeing that bright color right now of white, that is where we have the clouds that are still hanging on. The rest of us starting to see a little bit of clearing taking place right through this area. Watch here in the latest frame right there, starting to see some sun break out. But those of you who are dealing with the clouds are dealing with a little bit of rain out there as well. We have those spotty showers that will continue across the area. Looks like I'm having a little bit of a issue here with the advancement of the graphics, guys, but this right here, Greensburg, Westmoreland County down toward Fayette County, that's where we're actually seeing some rain right now. I'll take a closer look at that, and hopefully I can bring that to you coming up in just a few minutes.
Darn technology. Breaking news in an ongoing Target 11 investigation. This morning, a judge upheld an attribution ruling to reinstate a Pittsburgh police officer acquitted in a road rage incident. Channel 11's Rick Earl was first to report the department fired Officer Robert Kramer 2 years ago after he was accused of pointing a gun at a civilian. A jury acquitted Kramer of the charges. In March, Target 11 told you an arbitrator ruled Kramer should be reinstated with back pay and benefits, and today's ruling upheld that.
All right, you got to check out this video here. We got new video to show you this afternoon out of Murraysville. Take a good look at this here. A dump truck rolled over on Pleasant Valley Road near Trafford Road. Our partners at the Trib report the driver was trapped at one point. At last check, the road is still closed. Right now, it's not clear how the accident happened, and we'll bring you more information as soon as we get it. At new at noon, if you like to go for a walk or run at Highland Park Reservoir, you need to start planning a new route. Channel 11's Mike Holden is live in Highland Park with the work being done and how long it will, of course, take. Mike.
Damani, good afternoon to you. So walkers, runners, plan ahead. Major plans happening right here at the Highland Park Reservoir behind me. We've had the chance to talk with a lot of people. Yes, the view is amazing. They utilize it on a daily basis, and they see this as a double-edged sword. Mark your calendar. The beloved walkway at the Highland Park Reservoir is shutting down, but only briefly. It's closing at the end of the month through the spring to make way for some much-needed safety and security improvements. The PWSA is pumping $7 million into upgrades, and we already spotted workers out and about today. The project includes these new security cameras mounted on top of various spaces that will provide a 360 view, as well as the installation of a full-blown physical security guard shack. In addition, crews will replace the base of the concrete wall to prevent debris and animals from entering the reservoir water. And finally, an upgrade is being done at the drinking water microfiltration plant to prevent contamination. The overall aim is to keep the reservoir uncovered and open so you can enjoy the space for years to come.
We're going to have to deal with it. The only good thing about it is in the wintertime, it's a little icy up here, so we moved down below so we could deal with it.
I was, of course, a little surprised and, of course, disappointed. I didn't want to know that it was for so long.
You know what, though? We'll get through it. We always do. Work will continue, and it's expected, fingers crossed, to be completed by April of 2020. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're taking a closer look at the master plan, plus alternative spots. Spoiler alert here, you don't have to go far for it. Where else you can walk, that's coming up at 5. Reporting live from the Highland Park Reservoir, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
All right, thank you. The man accused of indecent exposure at the North Park pool appeared in court this morning. You may recall when Christopher Steffi was first charged, he told Channel 11 it was just a wardrobe malfunction. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer was the only reporter in court today and is live with the latest. Liz.
Hey, Peggy. So the preliminary hearing for Christopher Steffi was postponed here at District Court today. He didn't have anything to say to us this time around, but his defense attorney did speak with us, and he told us that he thinks all signs here are pointing to this having been an accident. Now, only Channel 11 cameras were here as 62-year-old Christopher Steffi and his attorney left the District Court here in McCandless. The North Hills man facing charges and a ban from county pools after witnesses allege he exposed himself in front of families at the North Park pool. Now, we confronted him right after those charges were filed in early July, and he called it a wardrobe malfunction. Here's what his attorney had to say today.
Oh, he's completely mortified. He's tremendously embarrassed. He feels terrible about this situation. The last thing he ever wants to do is cause people to feel embarrassment or discomfort. He said that he so mortified was the word he used.
Was this intentional?
Not to my knowledge.
Witnesses, however, well, they believe that this was intentional. In fact, court documents show that this was not the first time that Christopher Steffi was accused of exposing himself at that very same pool. We're going to have more on that, plus his next court date coming up tonight at 5. Live in McCandless, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
And right now we're working to learn more information. 3 people shot overnight in Newcastle.
Yeah, we're working to learn more, but here's what we know now. It happened on Adams Street a little after midnight. Our photographer tells us police were on the scene for just about half an hour, even though you can see how active it was when he was there. We are working to find out how the victims are doing and if police made any arrests.
Chaos in downtown Pittsburgh. Police say a suspect with a knife chased a man through 2 very busy parts of town after stabbing him. It's the second stabbing downtown in less than a week. Channel 11 had a crew there overnight. Police say it was just before 11 when they found the victim stabbed in the arm and in the back right in the busy dining district there. The victim was taken to the hospital and expected to recover while the suspect was taken into custody. Investigators say the conflict actually started in the area of Liberty Avenue and Wood Street near the Benedum. There was a fight involving several people there. Police say at one point the suspect was seen waving a knife. This violence happened just a few blocks from a double stabbing less than a week ago. 2 women were stabbed in broad daylight near a bus stop on 6th Avenue, and 1 woman died. 23-year-old James Wyatt was arrested and charged with the homicide. And again, in this latest case, police did make an arrest, and we're working to learn more about the suspect and how the victim is doing.
Well, it was a year ago today when Pennsylvania released its grand jury report on predator priests, and it is still having a huge impact, not only in this state but around the world. The investigation into Catholic dioceses documented allegations of child sexual abuse by 301 Catholic priests and cover-ups by church officials. It started as a grand jury probe, as well as similar investigations in 18 states. The investigation led to the resignation of Cardinal Donald Wuerl, the former Bishop of Pittsburgh and Archbishop of Washington, D.C. The grand jury report also unleashed a wave of new abuse reports. The state has logged close to 2,000 new complaints. The Greensburg Diocese referred 78 complaints to the Westmoreland County District Attorney. The Pittsburgh Diocese referred more than 300 new allegations to the Allegheny County District Attorney. Bishop David Zubik released a statement this morning saying, in part, this year has been a time of sorrow for the harm done to people at the hands of clergy who were expected to be trusted spiritual leaders. Church leaders at all 7 Pennsylvania dioceses have since set up victim compensation funds to pay millions of dollars to survivors of abuse.
The latest developments in the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein's death. Officials are now looking into whether the prison guards who were supposed to be checking on him were sleeping at the time. NBC's Stephanie Gosk is here with the very latest details.
Growing questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide in his Manhattan jail cell. 2 law enforcement officials now telling NBC News investigators are looking into whether the guards responsible for checking on Epstein at the time of his death were sleeping on the job. Logbooks now being examined to see if there are discrepancies compared to what is on the prison camera system. The guards were supposed to check on Epstein every 30 minutes. Sources now saying there is a gap of several hours before Epstein was found in his cell. As for the guards themselves, a person familiar with the investigation now tells NBC News that one male employee who was working overtime when Epstein died was not a full-fledged corrections officer. However, the employee had been a corrections officer there for 7 years before he accepted a different job with better pay and better hours, and had full training and experience as a corrections officer.
We are now learning of serious irregularities at this facility that are deeply concerning.
Attorney General William Barr placing both of the guards on administrative leave and also reassigning the prison warden to another federal institution.
Well, that was Stephanie Gosk reporting. The woman who accused Epstein of raping her when she was 15 years old is now taking legal action against Epstein's longtime associate.
New at noon, state troopers are once again cracking down on speeding drivers, this time in Indiana County. Operation Yellow Jacket is underway. It is a program in which state troopers work with PennDOT to not only catch speeders, but enforce the steer clear law, the law that requires you to move over for emergency vehicles. If you don't move over, you could face a fine. New at noon, a raccoon in Allegheny County is tested positive for rabies. It was found on North Petrie Road in Robinson Township. This is now the 17th rabid animal reported in Allegheny County this year. So far, there have been 14 raccoons, 2 bats, and a cat.
Well, state leaders are taking action to close a loophole regarding daycares. It comes days after 5 children died in a fire at an overnight daycare in Erie. Right now, daycares are only required to be inspected by the state, not local fire inspectors. And the state doesn't check smoke detectors or the home's wiring. The fire inspector does. According to state code, child daycare facilities located in private homes are generally expected to have a smoke detector on each floor and the basement.
We go to fires a lot, and we have very few fatalities in this city. And that's because they're smoke detectors. Smoke detectors save lives. I mean, as simple as that.
The at-home daycare that caught on fire on Sunday had 1 smoke detector in the attic. The chief said that is just not enough. A new bill is still being written, and we'll let you know when it gets introduced in Harrisburg. Well, it's been nearly 2 weeks since an explosion leveled a home in Washington County. Channel 11 was there as neighbors drilled Columbia Gas officials looking for answers.
A Pennsylvania boy is now famous for winning the World Fortnite title. The danger that fame put in his family when police showed up to his home with the guns drawn.
Now here's a check of the radar, and you can see those showers that are moving through some of our eastern counties right now. I'm going to let you know how long the rain is in the forecast and when we are looking at that threat for thunderstorms and severe weather.
You're streaming WPXI now. Your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Amazing people are having a big impact all over rural America. Small town, big deal. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on WPXI. News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracks storms down to your neighborhood, and Tricia Pittman helps you get around backups. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News. The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Well, as you all well know, it was just an unbelievable sight. A Washington County home destroyed in a gas explosion. Columbia Gas took responsibility for the blast, and last night homeowners got to ask questions about repairs to their homes and future construction.
And they found out Columbia Gas will resume work in the township. Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca was there as dozens of people took their concerns to the company.
That I'm upset. I'm upset. The emotional stress, the stress of everything, you know, all of your personal belongings being gone, having to find a new place to live.
Amberia Kampf is one of the several neighbors who spoke face-to-face to the Columbia Gas CEO. She had to find a new place to live after her house was condemned. It was badly damaged after the home on Park Avenue exploded, leaving debris all over the property and windows blown out at nearby houses.
The people I have been talking to, other than my insurance company, which has been really great, have been condescending, and I'm not getting anywhere.
Columbia Gas admitted it's their fault. They were making gas line upgrades in the neighborhood and failed to put a pressure regulator in the home. The CEO said despite reviewing company records, they missed it.
We've taken responsibility for this incident, and we need to work with the residents and our customers. We need to communicate better, and we've pledged to do that.
Township supervisors say there were communication problems even before the explosion. They never knew when work was being completed.
It's more transparent. We'll be able to see from day to day what's going on and make better results that way.
That was Gabriella DeLuca reporting for us. Columbia Gas agreed to have weekly progress meetings with the township to update folks on the work that has been done and work that still needs to be completed.
State police are putting out more clues in the hopes of figuring out how a historic hotel caught fire in Westmoreland County. State police say this Dodge Ram was seen parked near the old Belvedere Hotel a short time before the fire last month. They want to track down the driver. 2 weeks ago, state police released this surveillance video of two men seen walking by just 15 minutes before the fire sparked there. At one point, no one has come forward.
A person of interest in a Pennsylvania double homicide might be in Florida this morning. The St. Johns County Sheriff says Jack Turner has been spotted at least 3 times near St. Augustine. He actually lived there before moving to Pennsylvania. Police want to talk to Turner about the murder of his stepmother and half-brother in Crawford County. They say he stole a car and robbed a gas station. After the murders, he is considered armed and dangerous.
A Pennsylvania 16-year-old won millions of dollars playing Fortnite, but there's a downside of being a world champion. Check it out.
Caller said he just shot his brother with an AK-47.
Well, that was a real 911 call. Just a few days ago, police were called to the home of Kyle Giersdorf. They had their guns drawn, thinking they were walking into a dangerous situation, but it was all a prank known as swatting.
This is not a joke. This is not a prank. This is a very serious crime.
Well, police confirmed someone was impersonating the 16-year-old this afternoon. We still don't know why.
A warning now about Duquesne light scams. Apparently they're making the rounds in our area again. It is pretty similar to other scams we've told you about before. The caller claims to be a Duquesne light rep and threatens to shut off your electricity unless you pay them. Well, these calls are not coming from Duquesne Light, and if you're unsure about this, just call the company back with a phone number you look up yourself to check.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. Taking a live look at Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar, we are seeing some showers. Some of those are a little more moderate to heavy in intensity versus others. Zooming in here to Fayette County, noticing some of those heavier showers that have been pushing through well north of the Uniontown area. See a little bit of yellow and red showing up at times. Also some scattered showers in and around the Ligonier and Mount Pleasant area. These are pushing through southern Westmoreland County and the ridges right now. Also have a few of those ongoing in eastern Greene County. Taking you up to the north through Butler County. If you're up there, you're noticing some of these showers pushing from north to south, and we will continue with that chance of a pop-up shower or thunder shower for the day today. Visibility is looking good after this morning's really thick fog. We were letting you know yesterday that that fog could be thick in spots out there this morning. So we're dealing with that at times with just a quarter-mile visibility in Pittsburgh at one moment. Here's a look at that visibility, just reduced to about 6 miles in Greensburg right now. Temperatures are in the upper 70s. They've rebounded nicely now that we've seen the sunshine come out. 79 in Beaver, 79 in Butler. But folks that are still dealing with the clouds here in the ridges and eastern counties, yeah, those temperatures aren't budging much right now in the lower 70s. It is humid, though, if you've been outside. We've got our dew points in the mid-60s, so we've got the uncomfortable feel to the air. Storm tracker will show us throughout the rest of the day today. There is that chance for a spotty shower or thunderstorm, so grab your umbrella before you head out. You can notice how it's not going to be very widespread today, and the rainfall will not be too terribly bad. Could get under a heavier shower, but no severe weather is expected for the day today. Overnight tonight, it's partly cloudy with some patchy fog developing, but looks like Thursday morning looks dry. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to see some showers and even a few thunderstorms pop up with the heating of the day. So we're looking mainly after the lunch hour for these scattered storms to start coming in. And especially by late afternoon and evening, we're going to be monitoring storms coming in out of Ohio. You can see some yellows and even some orange and red colors starting to show up in these late afternoon hours at 6:30 p.m. This is 8:30 p.m. And we are looking at some of those storms being strong. Now, we could get in on an isolated severe thunderstorm as well. And in the strongest storms tomorrow, damaging wind gusts, hail, and a brief weak tornado is possible tomorrow afternoon. That's something we're going to keep our eye on very closely as those storms start to develop. You can always download our Severe Weather Team 11 app, and it'll bring you any alerts right to your phone. 80 degrees for the afternoon high, 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Unsettled at times through Friday now. We've added in a storm chance for Friday off the latest model data. Saturday is dry, 86. We really warm things up as we head into the weekend. 88 by Sunday, pushing well above average. Average would be about 81 for this time of year. Stick around in the next half hour. I want to show you fog tracker. We'll talk visibility for your Thursday morning.
Be sure to check out the WPXI streaming app. We will have updates on the forecast and today's top stories, and you can find it on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV by searching WPXI.
Well, it's a common problem across the country. People texting while driving.
And we have new video to show you the dangers of that. Coming up, the crash that forced a driver off the road.
It's just not worth it. Why a local parish canceled its big summer festival right before it was supposed to start.
Andy Williams Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
A new video of a massive warehouse fire. You got to take a close look here, and you can see the orange glow lit up the sky this morning. Firefighters had a tough time battling the blaze. They worked to keep the flames from spreading to nearby buildings. One firefighter hurt his leg. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
New video shows a driver crashing into a pole. Police in Massachusetts say she was texting. That impact caused the car to flip over, and the pole actually fell to the ground. The man who took the video had to slam on his brakes to avoid the wreck. The woman who crashed was not seriously hurt, but she got a ticket for texting and driving, and police are hoping this video will stop other drivers from texting.
Well, Governor Tom Wolf wants to level the playing field between public schools and charter schools in Pennsylvania. The charter school law is 22 years old, and the governor says it's flawed, and charter schools are draining millions of dollars from other school districts. Nearly 140,000 students across the state are enrolled in charter or cyber charter schools at a cost of $1.8 billion a year to taxpayers. Governor Wolf says he plans to propose legislation and issue several executive orders concerning transparency with charter schools. While Mount Pleasant students are getting ready to head back to school, teachers are possibly getting ready to strike. Their teachers union issued a strike notice after failing to reach an agreement over a contract. Well, they've been without one for about a year. The union says they do not plan to strike before the first day of school on August 26th.
Police are releasing new details in the Dayton mass shooting.
Yeah, and they believe the shooting was planned, but they still don't know why. Coming up, the latest on the timeline of the events leading up to the attack.
We are tracking a little bit of rain out there. I want to bring you an update to Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar. We'll do that coming up next.
Join the Leukemia Lymphoma Society for Light the Night. This special event brings together family, friends, and co-workers to celebrate, honor, and remember those touched by cancer. Participants help fund life-saving cancer research and treatments, giving survivors hope.
Survivors like Nora and me. That's right.
Visit WPXI.com/Light the Night for more information.
Help defeat the darkness of cancer and walk with us at Heinz Field on October 17th.
When we walk, cancer...
and traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Spotty showers are moving through parts of the area.
Yeah, with more rain developing later today. Unfortunately, meteorologist Daniel Dozier is tracking where the rain is falling in Severe Weather Center 11. Keep those umbrellas out today.
Yeah, have the rain gear. You're going to need it. I don't think the rain's going to be too terribly widespread, and if you do get under a heavier shower, you're going to see a quick, brief downpour, but we're not really expecting a whole lot of widespread heavy rain for today, which of course is great news. If you have any outdoor plans, though, just keep that umbrella nearby. Live look outside showing a little bit of sun starting to pop out in spots. The cloud cover, though, is hanging tough out in the eastern counties and the ridges, so that's where we're seeing the showers right now. Fayette County, just really widely scattered showers. Also southern Westmoreland County, northern Butler County, moving from north to south. You can see a little bit of red here and there in a couple of these showers. That indicates where we've got some heavy rain. No thunderstorms are ongoing right now, but we can't entirely rule out lightning later today. We have a front that's hanging across the area, so that's what's keeping the spotty rain in the forecast for today. I'm tracking a bigger weather disturbance coming in for tomorrow that's going to bring scattered thunderstorms. I want to show you the timing on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, today, kids in Scott Township were supposed to be enjoying their summer, riding the rides and eating too much candy at the Our Lady of Grace Parish Festival. But as we told you yesterday, officials canceled it last minute. Now we're learning more about why.
The Ferris wheel is in place.
In 31 years of being a priest, this is one of the most sad moments that I've ever incurred.
Festival games and entertainment all set and ready.
It's just heartbreaking, and that's heartbreaking for the whole community.
But this year, Our Lady of Grace Parish Festival won't happen here in Scott Township, all because of a recent threat sent to the Catholic Diocese at the end of July.
It said, cancel the August 14th to 17th Parish Festival. Security problem is huge.
Unnerving words during an uncertain time for security. Pastor Dave Bonner of Our Lady of Grace says putting on the festival wasn't worth the security risk to the hundreds who were expecting to attend.
And what really was the game changer for us in this discernment was the shootings, the recent shootings in El Paso and in Dayton.
Because of the cancellation, church leaders say they're also losing $50,000 from church meals that won't be sold and prizes and gift baskets that won't be won. But safety always is the top priority.
We will be stronger and better and more unified when this is all said and done.
Something better will come of it.
Unfortunate situation there. Well, after announcing their decision, church leaders also told us they mourn the loss of a carefree community.
If you live in Lincoln, Leamington, and Homewood, you need to boil your water. We told you yesterday about a water line break on Lincoln Avenue and a second break on Leamington Avenue. Water pressure has been restored. We'll let you know when the boil water advisory is lifted. More details now. The PWSA set up some water buffaloes. One's at Southwestern Veterans Center on Highland Drive, the other at Fire Station number 15 on Leamington.
Well, right now, police are looking for a man in a wheelchair who they say tried to rob a bank. Can't make this stuff up, folks. Police surrounded the First National Bank on East Carson Street on the south side yesterday. They say the suspect passed a note to the teller demanding cash, but changed his mind. Police say he left suddenly before getting any money, but they still want to talk with him.
9 days after a mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio, left 9 people dead and at least 17 others hurt, police have released new information about the gunman and the events of that night. Investigators say the shooting was planned, but they still don't know why. Here's Channel 11's David Johnson.
New details about the night a gunman opened fire in Dayton, Ohio.
This was a plan well before he got to the organ district.
Authorities unveiled a timeline of the events that began late August 4th. Just after 11 at night, the gunman, Connor Betts, along with his sister and a companion, drove to the organ district of Dayton and went to a bar. 2 hours later, Betts, now armed with an assault-style weapon, began shooting. Authorities released video which shows diners scattering when they heard the gunfire. Less than a minute after the first shot was fired, Betts was engaged by police.
We believe that the shooting started at approximately 1:05 and 35 seconds. We believe it ended at 1:06 and 7 seconds. That's 32 seconds.
Police say Betts was wearing body armor, but not properly.
Because of the way it was worn was vulnerable. and fortunately we were able to take advantage of that vulnerability.
9 people died in the massacre. Beth's sister was among the first killed. It's not clear if she was actually a target.
We're divided about how, whether that was intentional or not. I think it's inconclusive.
Police say evidence suggests Betts acted alone, and while police don't know his motivation, they do understand his mindset.
There's this history of obsession with violence and violent ideations, the discussion of interest in mass shootings and the expression of desire to carry out a mass shooting.
David Johnson reporting there. Nicholas Coomer, a graduate of Washington High School, was among the victims in Dayton. He was buried on Saturday.
United Airlines is setting an earlier cutoff time for when pilots must stop drinking alcohol before flights. It used to be 8 hours, now it's 12 hours. The change comes just days after 2 United pilots were arrested in Scotland. They were charged with suspicion of being under the influence before a flight to the U.S. The 8-hour limit does comply with FAA rules, and other airlines say they are not making any changes.
A 14-year-old has died after a freak accident while vacationing with her family. They were at Glacier National Park in Montana when rocks came tumbling down on their car. The rocks shattered the rear windshield. Paramedics tried to save the girl, but she died on the way to the hospital. 4 other people in the car had to go to the hospital. In 1996, another person was killed by a rockfall on that same road.
A Pennsylvania state lawmaker wants to bring back license plate registration stickers. PennDOT made the decision to no longer require stickers in 2016, but a rep from eastern Pennsylvania has proposed a bill to create a 2-in-1 sticker that verifies registration and state inspection. He says PennDOT lost $22 million because people aren't renewing their registrations anymore because they don't have to display the sticker.
A new study looked at when people start taking their Social Security benefits.
And there were some surprising results. Most everyone is taking benefits way too soon. Ahead, the best age to start to get the most money.
And the old Pittsburgh Playhouse downtown is a thing of the past. What's planned for the future of that prime property?
News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
All right, just take a good look at this video right here. Imagine pulling up to this and knowing you might have to run towards the flames to save people. That's exactly what this police officer did when he realized two women were sleeping inside. Unreal here. Now, you're looking at the video from his body camera. Now, this happened in Circleville, Ohio, and that's right outside of Columbus. Well, a garage was initially on fire, and within 5 minutes, the house nearby was engulfed in flames. Officials say if that officer wasn't there, those people probably would have died. The fire department says a lightning strike might have started the fire.
The demolition of the old Pittsburgh Playhouse in Oakland is well underway. Point Park University bought the building and maintained it for a while, but the university says it has outlived its useful life. And the school opened this new playhouse on its downtown campus last year, so it's tearing down the old one.
As sad as it is to see something like that has been around for so many years taken down, it's also interesting to realize that theater is moving on and Pittsburgh is still a theater city.
Point Park plans to sell the land once the buildings are torn down. No word yet on what will replace them. We're calling her the serial wedding crasher. Police in Texas say this woman has been showing up to weddings and stealing things, mostly gift cards and cash. Police say she crashed at least 6 different weddings. She always dresses up, sometimes even mingles with the guests. There's now a $4,000 reward for information leading to her arrest.
That's taking wedding crashers to a whole new level there. Well, the earliest you can take Social Security is 62 years old.
And a new study has some surprising results. Almost everyone is taking their benefits too early. Our consumer advisor Clark Howard tells you the best time to do it.
And I'm tracking that rain out there today, the risk for storms tomorrow. Plus, I want to show you Fog Tracker, what you can expect for your Thursday morning commute.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Spice up your taste buds to your green thumb with tips for your kitchen to yard. Watch Garden Style, Saturday and Sunday at 3:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on WPXI. Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Not all stations cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown. More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live. big news in the trade war with China. The U.S. is delaying tariffs on some popular items until December. We're talking about things like cell phones, laptops, other electronics. The president touched on this during his visit to Beaver County yesterday.
The parent company of Snapchat redesigned spectacles sunglasses with 3D effects. But these video recording sunglasses come with a hefty price tag. At $380, it's more than double the cost of an older version there. And you can pre-order the glasses now, but they won't ship until fall. Snap says that the new glasses are a limited edition product.
Well, how early is too early to take Social Security? That's apparently a big question for many people across the country.
Our consumer advisor Clark Howard explains the best time to do it.
There was a massive study done recently of when we typically take our Social Security for the first time. The earliest you can take it is age 62. And it found that 96% of us are taking Social Security at the wrong time, almost all of us too early. Why? Because every year you wait to start taking Social Security, your check is much larger to start and gets larger over time over a bigger base if you wait. For many people, it actually makes sense to wait till, get this, age 70. Now, if you want to know where you should take it, when's the exact right time for your situation, there's a software package you can buy called MaximizeMySocialSecurity.com. That's MaximizeMySocialSecurity.com. I'm Clark Howard.
And you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Taking a live look here, visible satellite, and what it's going to show you are the clouds and where they're still hanging tough. Everywhere where you're seeing some of the brighter white shaded colors toward the end of the loop here, right through our eastern counties and ridges. That's where we have a lot of the thicker cloud cover. Of course, also seeing some thicker cloud cover up through Butler County, a place that's been dealing with some rain. The rest of us kind of seeing some breaks in the clouds. Here's Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar. I want to zoom in. These showers are really widely scattered from Greene County into Fayette and Westmoreland County. Have a heavier one moving here close to the Bullskin area. You can see that red showing up. No lightning just yet. You can see some of those scattered showers as well occurring through Butler County, pushing from north to south. Periods of moderate to brief heavy rainfall. Lightning will be a threat out there for this afternoon, but we're really not expecting to see strong thunderstorms or severe weather out there today. Where we've been seeing some more sunshine, look at the temps. 80 in Beaver, 79 Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, low 70s out east in the Greensburg area. If you're doing a little biking here this afternoon, temperatures will climb into the low 80s here in Pittsburgh. But again, just be advised, we'll have that chance for a stray shower or a rumble of thunder. Overnight tonight will be partly cloudy with some fog developing. The temperature will fall to about 64 degrees. Here's Fog Tracker as promised. When you head out the door, had some really thick fog this morning. Tomorrow, fog will be around again. Could be locally dense in spots. That'll show up in the areas kind of in white. 6:30 a.m. still dealing with the fog, but it'll lift as we head closer to the 8 a.m. hour, unlike today where it kind of lingered into 10 and 11 a.m. Storm tracker as we look ahead into Thursday. In the afternoon, especially after lunch, we're going to have a few showers and storms starting to pop up. And then we're really going to be tracking a couple of storms coming in from Ohio. And these will be moving in, of course, from the west. So by 4:30 in the afternoon, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms pushing across the area will carry that threat into the evening hours. So you'll definitely want to stay weather aware for Thursday. Also, you're going to want your rain gear, of course, as well. You don't want to walk out the door and get wet. But really, the threats on Thursday are going to be some damaging wind gusts and hail out of the strongest storms. And then a brief weak tornado can't entirely be ruled out with the ingredients in the atmosphere coming in the afternoon. I don't think we're going to see widespread severe weather, but there is the chance that in the strongest storms, we could be dealing with a couple of these elements. So Severe Weather Team 11 will be here for you, tracking anything that develops. Temperatures are going to be going up into the low 80s again tomorrow under a partly sunny sky otherwise. 80 in Pittsburgh, 82 Washington, 80 in Indiana, 82 in Greensburg. Humidity over the next couple of days still in the muggy category. Saturday and Sunday, it really starts to feel sticky again as we build in the heat and the humidity. Pick day of the weekend, looks like Saturday to get outside. Here's the 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. And we'll have 80s continue all the way through the week. But check it out, guys. We're going to be getting close to 88 degrees as we head into Sunday.
Some parents in Buffalo Township are searching for a new school to send their kids to. The Evangel Heights Christian Academy is now closed. School officials say declining enrollment and low finances forced the closure. A kindergarten class and the church-run daycare and preschool are still open.
Well, if your kids go to Pittsburgh public schools, keep a close eye on the mail this week. The district will be letting you know about the new bus routes. They're combining routes because of a driver shortage and rolling out a multi-tiered school schedule. Now, we were there as Superintendent Anthony Hamlet did a test run on the new routes. Again, parents, you will be notified of the bus changes by mail.
Police are trying to solve a mystery.
And it is very unusual. Coming up, the old school televisions that showed up in dozens of yards.
News at 5, covering more news happening in Butler County.
Rivers Casino broke ground on a $60 million 7-story hotel. It will connect to the casino, continuing a massive expansion of the site. That happened just in the last year. When it's done, the Landing Hotel will be 7 stories high and have 219 rooms. Here's a good picture of it here. Rush Street Gaming is building it and says it should be open in early 2021 or maybe even by New Year's Eve of 2020.
A mystery in one town in Virginia. Nearly 60 people woke up to find old school TV sets outside their homes. One neighbor caught the incident on his home surveillance camera. Police say the video shows a man walking up to the porch, dropping off a TV and walking off. Homeowners were a little confused at first, but some managed to laugh about the situation. Police were able to round up all of the TVs within an hour. They say the culprits could face charges.
We got to check this out. These new pups, a zoo in Chester, England, welcome 3 baby rock hyrax. What makes them interesting, the tiny furry mammals are closely related to the elephant. They are a native to Africa. The zoo still needs to name them.
They're
pretty interesting.
And that's all for Channel 11 News at Noon. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great Wednesday, everyone.
Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
This is Take 5, highlighting Western Pennsylvania's most innovative and successful businesses.
Hello and welcome to Take 5. I'm Heather Rivera. Today I'm joined by Teresa Gaspard, Special Events Manager at the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium. Teresa, many people know and love the zoo. Their families enjoy visiting and seeing the animals and also attending those special events. But you're here to chat about your conservation efforts. I understand that you are dedicated to the conservation of endangered and threatened species around our globe. What kind of conservation work is the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium involved with?
We're involved in every facet of conservation, from